Breaking news. 6-year-old kid from Virginia Elementary School shoots teacher. Let's talk about it.
At some point, we all got to come together. No. Yeah. Everybody got opinions. Let's talk about it. Communication is key. Let's build around it. We do this for the people. The people founded it. Black love, stay strong, no way around it. We anti-genocide, we ride for the cause. Got love for our sisters, and love for our dogs. Respect the young and elderly, you all been invited to be inspired. You come together, better got violent. Gotta watch for the cops, gotta watch for the ops, gotta watch for the politicians that play with the eyes. If you know, then you know. Plant the seed and it grows. Welcome to the show. This is what we know. This is what we know. Yeah. This is what we know. This is what we know. This is what we know. Yeah. This is what we know.
Welcome to What We Know, and this is another video for y'all, man. We got some breaking news. In Virginia, a 6-year-old kid shoots teacher at an elementary school called Richneck Elementary. And let's go to CNN News and get a little bit more details about this shooting.
Police investigation is underway after a 6-year-old boy shot a female teacher yesterday in an elementary school classroom in Newport News, Virginia. According to the authorities, the student and teacher were in an altercation when the 6-year-old student who had the gun fired a single shot, hitting her. They say this was not an accidental shooting.
Yeah, the teacher was immediately rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, but officials say she has improved since she was admitted. CNN's Gloria Pazmino joining us now. Gloria, this is simply shocking. What more do we know about what led up to this incident?
That's right, Alex. A shocking, disturbing news out of Newport News, Virginia. This happened shortly after 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon while school was still in session. Police tell us, as you said, that this was during an altercation between this female teacher and her student, a 6-year-old. That means this was a class of first graders. That 6-year-old pulled out a gun and fired a shot into that teacher. The teacher immediately rushed to the hospital, as you said, with life-threatening injuries. And at that moment, the school also began lockdown procedures to make sure that no other students or staff was put in danger. Police also explaining yesterday that this shooting was contained to that one classroom and that at no moment were other students at risk after this shooting. I want you to just hear directly from law enforcement and school officials there in Newport News yesterday.
We have been in contact with our Commonwealth attorney and some other entities to help us best get services to this young man.
And I'm in shock, and I'm disheartened, and I really feel that we need to educate our children, and we need to keep them safe.
So more questions than answer on that last point from the superintendent. We are still waiting to hear more details of the investigation to learn exactly why and how this child had a gun, brought it to school, and exactly what led to this horrible episode. And of course, a community that is very shaken and wondering exactly how this happened and what can be done to make sure it doesn't happen again or affect any of the students in this community.
So, first thing first, right? Prayers go out to the teacher. I'm glad to hear that she is recovering. Also, thank God the students wasn't hurt. And that's always always good to hear. Now, the gentleman towards the end of the video, I think his name was Dr. George Parker, I believe. And he was saying that we need to start educating the students. And my thing is educate them about what? Not to bring guns to school. Like, fuck the education. Fuck. Start beefing up the security when it comes to school. Once again, the school system is failing the children and the teachers. You know, it's not safe to even go to school to learn. It's not safe to even teach kids anymore because of bullshit like this. You know, I have daughters, you know, and then my wife, you know, my daughters are homeschooled. And my wife do an excellent job homeschooling my kids. I'm very thankful. But it be times that, you know, I want to tell my wife, you know what? Think about putting the girls to school. And it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, I'm always working and she's at home holding things down. And so I have encouraged my wife to, like, you know what, just think about, you know, putting the girls, you know, to school, right? But every time I hear news like this, you know, I always change my mind, you know. And a matter of fact, it makes me even more thankful that, you know, I have a wife that's willing to step up and want to educate our kids. Because this shit keeps happening over and over again, and nothing have changed. And it's going to get to a point where we're going to have a student and teacher shortage. You know, it's going to get to a point where, you know, hey, you won't see kids going to school. They might need to go back, you know what I'm saying, doing online school like they did back in the pandemic, you know, because this shit is ridiculous. You know, the school system needs to beef up the security, point blank, period. Because the shit like this shouldn't even keep happening. Like, it shouldn't keep happening. Now, for the who's to blame? Who's to blame? First thing first, you know, you gotta blame the parents. You know, reason why you have to blame the parents and the school system and that young man. You know, and I wonder how long, because they said the teacher and student had an altercation. I wonder how long this altercation been going on. You know, I wonder, did this teacher reach out to the parents, the staff at the school? Did they look into the situation? Did they see signs of the young man possibly being violent? Did the parents take the situation serious? Did the parents check their kid? Well, it's a lot you could think about in this situation. Now, how should a kid be punished? Now, I don't know how they do when it comes to, because he's very young. He's 6 years old. So I don't know. I don't know if they could put a kid that young in jail. But if you can, he definitely should go to jail. And I know people say, well, he's just a kid. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You do the crime, you do the goddamn time. I don't give a fuck how old you are. People say, no, he need therapy, or maybe put him in a little, crazy homes. No, fuck all that. His therapy should be jail. Let him go to jail. Because this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. But yeah, man, it's sad. You know, I'm glad the teacher is okay. I'm glad the students is okay. But yeah, man, I just want to come up here real quick and just talk about the situation. It's a sad situation and everything. Parents, hey, man, think about homeschooling your kids, all right? Think about it. One of the best ways that, you know, it could put you in a position homeschooling your kids, as parents, you need to start liking each other. You know? Start working together even more. Hell, that means men got to step up even more so they wife, girl could stay home with the kids. Figure it out. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow us at What We Know _podcast. And we out this thing. Peace.
At some point, we all got to come together. You know? Yeah. Everybody got opinions. Let's talk about it. Communication is key. Let's build around it. We do this for the people. The people founded it. Black love stay strong. No way around it. We anti-genocide. We ride for the cause. Got love for our sisters and love for our dogs. Respect the young and elderly. You all been invited to be inspired. Come together. Better God violent. Gotta watch for the cops. Gotta watch for the ops. Gotta watch for the politicians that play with the eyes. If you know, then you know. Plant the seed and it grows. Welcome to the show. This is what we know. 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 Yeah. This is what we know.